It's you. Tony with T-Bell
It's
in
not
the
me,
morning.
It's the rain.
You know who I think was singing that song this weekend? Drake and Kendrick.
OMG.
It's not me. It's you.
I got a little lost because I said, if I'm not mistaken, Kendrick dropped 2 discs this weekend. I went to sleep on 1 disc and I woke up on a new disc.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I confused or is this the first disc? And I was like, I'm going crazy. My head was spinning. I'm like, what is happening this weekend?
All weekend. And
all
then
weekend.
Drake dropped another one last night.
Yeah, he dropped one last night, and I'm like,
Yeah, it almost sounded like he's probably feeling like the rest of everyone else, like, all right, we could put this to bed. It's time, but that's not the way you want to go out.
But yeah, because he ended it with, this is great workmanship or something, or wordship or whatever.
Yeah.
He tried to put a period
Put a little
in it.
bow on it.
Yeah, he did. And like, this is all fun. He tried to, but y'all were slinging. I don't know if they're stretching truths, making up lies, or just,
That's the question. We're all waiting to see who's telling the truth.
And who's that girl that's supposed to be Drake's secret child?
11
I
years old.
saw her face. I'm like, I hope that, it's like, I hope it's not some random kid that now is, plastered all over the social media.
Yeah.
And then she gets ridiculed because of this. And if she is his child, she's still going to get ridiculed because of this. Are you trying to hide her? Like, well, if you help, it's just been so.
It's been a great weekend. I love it.
For people who like to play the dozens and folks who like a good diss, it's been great. For those who are, this is just horrible. They're just saying mean things. This is not a great.
This is hip hop. Nobody's physical, okay? Nobody's fighting, so that's great. But a good back and forth on record, hey, I'm here for it all day.
Listen, what if R&B did that? And I am telling you.
That's what we need. Chris Brown started with Quavo.
Yeah, but
that's a R&B and then rapper.
That's an R&B hip hop thing. I want pure R&B. I want some,
Oh, don't come for her now. Wait a minute. You start doing Beyonce diss records.
I want some Beyonce versus Jill Scott.
Ooh, so you starting it up already. But yep, I want to hear it.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, I just, my head was on a swivel. I was like, what is going on?
If you blinked, you missed it.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. All weekend.
So for those of you who are into a good diss, if you're just waking up and you've been asleep under a rock all weekend long, this long battle has been, is it 2 weeks now?
About 2
weeks now? Yeah,
2 weeks.
When the first one started, yeah. On and on and on.
And on and on. Well, over in Huntsville, also over the weekend, sad story about 5 people that were hurt in a shooting that happened overnight at the 708 Bar and Grill on Poplar Avenue. And they're still looking for a suspect and trying to get some information. If anyone knows, who was responsible for this, 5 people that were shot, hopefully they pull through and they're not facing any critical injuries.
Right.
But very scary situation. You're out eating, having a good time, and for whatever reason, someone gets to shooting.
So if you happen to know anything, please call the Huntsville Police Department. Stick around. We're going to give you that information you want to know. Who will win? I just look like my mama contest. All right. Did you enter? All right. That's coming up.
TV
Stick around. Tony with T-Mill in the morning.
We looking black in the day.
Was that black?
We're looking back in the day.
Back.
Well,
Black in the day, Jack Roosevelt Robinson was born in Georgia but raised in Pasadena, California. In fact, he was a four-sport student in college at UCLA and better known for his football skills than his baseball. And Jackie Robinson, who was a star football player for the UCLA Bruins, was drafted for service in World War II. He was court-martialed for refusing to sit in the back of the segregated Army bus. He eventually did receive his honorable discharge. Mr. Robinson signed with the Kansas City Monarchs baseball team of the Negro League, where he caught the eye of the Brooklyn Dodgers general manager, who brought him, thought that he was the perfect person to help break the color barrier. Jackie Robinson became the first black man in history to play Major League Baseball in 1947. That's Black in the Day. On this date in 1837, John Deere created the first steel plow, and the rest is history. It was President Eisenhower who signed the Civil Rights Act in 1960 on this date. In 1965, James Brown recorded "I Feel Good." I got you. Nelson Mandela was declared the winner of the South Africa's first post-apartheid election in 1994. And the Jackson 5 and Parliament Funkadelic, well, they were among those inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on this date in 1997. Celebrities celebrating birthdays and famous people, too.
Hey, this guy knows a thing or two about beefing with Drake. Meek Mill. Artist and activist, Philly's own, and the NBA point guard, Chris Paul. The actor George Clooney is celebrating a birthday along with actress Gabrielle Sidibe from Precious to Antebellum and American Horror Story and Empire. Willie Mays, baseball Hall of Famer, legend, say hey, Willie Mays, and Tom Bergen, former host of Dancing with the Stars, America's Funniest Home Videos, and Hollywood Squares. Check out our Facebook page at 94.1 WHRP for more celebrity birthdays.
And it is National Nurses Day, actually the whole week. Opportunity for us to say thank you to our kind nurses with their great bedside manner.
Thank you.
That's Black in the Day, back in the day. Tony with T-Mill in the morning, 94.1 WHRP.
But it's supposed to rain the whole week, isn't it?
Well, T-Mill, can we just talk about today? It's going to clear out.
I'm just trying to help somebody out when they call in to work today.
It's going to rain. Listen, Eeyore, we're going to warm up to about 84 degrees today. And for those of you who are wondering, well, is it true what T-Mill said? Yes, we're going to have scattered showers.
See, tried to told you.
But let's just concentrate on today.
Okay.
All right.
Just
today, things are looking pretty good. We may have a pop-up shower here or there. That's about it. High of 85.
But Tuesday. You know those plans you said you had for Thursday?
Oh, my goodness. Hey, can we get to the good news in the neighborhood? All right, it is Monday. We always put the spotlight on a small business with That's My Business.
Hey, well, if you are looking for some tile to be installed or you're doing some carpentry, woodworking, home improvements, renovations, check out Artesian Wood, Tile, and Stone. They're Huntsville's only certified tile installer. They got certified stone and tile inspectors. They are preferred by many HOAs. Also, over 30 years of experience. The Artesian Wood, Tile, and Stone.
That's now back to today's best variety of R&B. 94.1 WHRP.
Woo!
Yes, when it was okay to say things to other people's children.
Yeah, because it was all for the good and all for the betterment. People looking out for each other.
We got to bring that back. When folks love their neighbors.
Now they like, ain't my problem.
Hey.
I know my kid better be acting right.
Used to know everybody's name in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Those days are gone. We don't talk to each other. We barely look at each other.
Man, you know,
what happened?
Well, you know, they started
T-Mill,
having these.
We got time. What happened?
What happened was these little things called HOAs.
Oh, okay.
They came in and the community was the HOA. They took care of everybody.
Exactly.
I'm going to cut your grass because your grass is getting
everybody else's grass but yours. Always, driving down the... You hear your parents. There's always one in the neighborhood.
Always
that
one.
That still happens, though.
Yeah, we need to get back to that, though. Real talk. And just knowing your neighbors, looking out for each other, helping one another out, good and bad.
I look at some of the kids sometimes in the grocery store, if they are in the cart and they give me that face, or they think they slick because their parents are like looking for something on the shelf, and they'll do the whole lick the tongue out and all that type of stuff. I don't care. I lick my tongue back out. I don't care. I ain't scared of you.
What about the kid when you can hear them on the next aisle talking back to their to their mom?
Oh,
or their
I can't
dad?
wait. I burn rubber on my cartwheels. I can't get around there fast enough.
Let me get over here and see what's going on.
And I just look at them. And he just straighten up. I'm like, That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Big Mama on you.
You got to know how to do the auntie look.
The eyes. It's all in the eyes.
Well, listen, if you're traveling or you have friends and family, did you see all the flooding in Texas? OMG.
Woo.
And about over 224 people reportedly have been rescued in Texas as the river flood. They say this is probably, the levels are as high as it was when Hurricane Harvey came through in 2017.
Yikes.
That we're talking about 10 feet of water. Can you imagine? And if you've seen any of the pictures, we're talking about flood water, going above your door.
Yeah. It's so much that, they're having to rescue people from rooftops, and folks are having to evacuate their property. Over 400 people, like you said. And this is, and remember, Texas just went through, or Houston, that was maybe 2 years ago, that whole ice storm that they had that was pretty bad. And now,
yeah.
It's
been a while. That was actually a whole bunch of, that nobody wants to talk about that. Goodness gracious. Talk about when the pipes, why are you bringing up, are you doom and gloom today?
No, but I'm just saying they're going through it. Like they just kind of recovered from that, and now going into this is bad.
Talk about when Joel Osteen and Lombardi in this church. All right, listen.
See, I wasn't gonna bring that part up.
But that's what you did. You triggered. You triggered me.
Oh no!
But yeah, right. The flooding, the rain will continue today. Even in Fort Worth, out there in the Dallas Metroplex, lots of flooding there. Just south of that area, they're saying that we're going to have more, like through Louisiana into the Midwest today, and even here we've got more rain on the way throughout the rest of the week, as you wanted to make sure everybody knew.
Yeah. And it's not taking much. A lot of these areas, I think it was one of those days last week that was flooding, and it was really, really quick. It had just started raining, and there was already pockets of
flash floods.
Yeah, it was like it just started raining.
Yeah.
What is going? So I mean, it could turn at any moment, and making sure that people have a plan for emergencies and flooding, or just a weather plan.
And pay attention when they say we're on certain levels. A level 1 is not as severe as a level 4. But know these things on what you need to do at your home, or just to be prepared.
Yeah. So definitely this time, checking on your family, friends, and folks that are out in those areas. And
it almost got me yesterday, T-Mail.
Yeah.
I had just got in the house and I saw a dark cloud. I said, wow, there's a dark cloud. And 10 minutes later, that dark cloud spread and came over my home. And I'm like, what?
I heard you talking noise.
What? And I said, I had some little flowers I wanted to put in my little planter box and trying to be all cute.
Uh-oh.
No.
Nah, they make it.
I said they can wait till tomorrow.
They can sit in the sink.
And it opened up, and I'm like, ooh, that would have messed up my curls.
Oh! Not the flowers.
No,
the
my curls.
Tony with T-Mail in the morning.
94.1 WHRP invites you to check out Hello Huntsville.
Hello, Huntsville.
Your gateway to Rocket City's vibrancy.
Hello, Huntsville.
Look for the best in activities, neighborhoods, and exclusive insights.
Work with people and hire people that know more than you do. Hello, Huntsville.
Find out what's happening and be a part of the stories that define Huntsville.
The history of the 10th Cavalry Buffalo Soldiers.
Hello, Huntsville.
Your gateway to Rocket City's vibrancy. Don't miss the next podcast or video experience of Hello Huntsville at HelloHuntsville8L.com or click the link at WHRPFM.com.
Hey, it's
The latest gossip headlines.
Ooh, no, they didn't.
Tony's Tattletale.
I can't believe they talking about that.
The latest gossip headlines.
Ah, They all up in everybody's business.
Tony's Tattletale.
Tattletale. Tony's Tattletale. Tattletale.
Tony's Tattletale.
Do you speak Beyonce? All right, you do. Beyonce has been added to the French language. In fact, she's in the French Encyclopedia Dictionary. Beyonce. Her definition: an American singer of R&B and pop. She's not the only one who was included. LeBron James. A supreme basketball player with a bald spot. Oh, oops. Typo. Okay. All right. Janelle Monáe has joined the cast of Pharrell Williams' movie, the musical that'll be coming up. We still don't know the name of the project, but it's based on his life coming up in the 1970s in Virginia Beach. So you've got Janelle Monáe, Divine Joy Randolph, I should say, Halle Bailey, and who else? Missy Elliott.
Wow.
You haven't been invited yet.
No, they ain't called me yet. Yeah, I'm waiting for everybody else to get their spotlight. And then I'll get in there, you know.
Brian McKnight. Ooh. Pushback, backlash. You know the little nasty remarks he's been saying about his older children in allegedly. So he even called them a product of sin. Oh, Brian. And now a concert event that was scheduled for June in Detroit has been canceled.
What?
And folks are saying it might be because of your comments.
Yeah, they ain't feeling it, man.
We're going to follow that story, no doubt. It's not the word, it's what I heard. It's just tattletales.
Tony's Tattletales is sponsored by Hello Huntsville, where your heartbeat of the community comes alive. Check out Hello Huntsville at WHRPFM.com.
Huntsville 4.1 WHRP. Tony with T-Mill in the morning.
Oh, we got a jingle
Got to
today.
bring the jingle back. It's a brand new month and our favorite day of the week, Monday, because we get to talk about money, businesses, how to save money, and more with our friend Tish from Tish Hardrick and Associates. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Tish.
Happy Monday. It's always a great pleasure and privilege to talk with you about how to save some money. What do you have on tap for us today?
Well, today we're talking about savings of embracing remote work.
Remote work. Okay, now this is a touchy subject, but we're game. We got 5 tips today.
I got 5 tips.
All right, savings to embrace remote work.
Yes.
All right, let's get it.
In the era of COVID, a lot of us had the opportunity to work from home, which spoiled a lot of us also at the same time. And some of us are still working from home. And the benefits of remote work are just endless, which is why a lot of companies have started to make this transition. One of the biggest appeals for both the business owner and the employee is alike. It's the ability to save tons of money. So how much money can you actually save working remote? I've got a tip, and tip number 5 is stop commuting. That's the big piece of it. Think about how much money that you're saving not having to commute to work every day. For most people, it's astronomical. And the cost of commuting for the average American is about $2,600. That's insane. So just think about all the things that you could take that $2,600 and put back in savings for. Things like vacations or little things that you want to save up to in the long run.
All right. What is tip number 4?
Cook at home, Tim. Cook at home. Saving money is so easy when you cook at home. Believe it or not, the average American spends money eating out for lunch at least once a week. And this is likely because it's easier than packing your own lunch before heading to work. So let's say at any time you eat out for lunch and you spend about $10 on a meal, if you consistently eat out for lunch every day, you're spending close to $3,000 a year. Put that money back and save. So if you find that you've been saving a little bit by eating at home, consider putting that savings back.
Savings to embrace remote work. And so far, I like what I'm hearing. Cutting down on your travel and also cooking at home. That said, what is tip number 3?
Daycare, let's be real. Some people don't have the ability to work remotely and watch their kids at the same time. But that being said, if you are in a remote position that allows you to be doing both, you're saving huge amounts of money. The average American spends at least 10% of their average household income on childcare. I actually asked a friend of mine who works in the office, and she's in another state, how much did she spend a month in daycare? And that cost was about $1,200 a month.
Wow.
So you have the ability to watch your kids at home while you work, and you would have been paying that anyway for daycare. Take that money and put it back. That small amount will make a big difference.
All right. For those of you that are considering remote work, or if you're already doing remote work and you want to save a little money, here's tip number 2.
Work clothes. Anyone who's gone shopping for professional attire can tell you it is not cheap. And for some employees working in the office, they may need to adhere to a formal dress policy, which is a suit and tie. But even if you buy one work outfit a month at an average cost of about $100 each, that's still $1,200 a year you're spending on work clothes alone. So personally, the lack of dress codes, one of my favorite perks of working remotely. I get to be comfortable, but I also get to save money working from home. And a lot of companies still use video conferencing. So if you're working from home, saving on this clothing, make sure you're not in your PJs where they can see you. With that being said, you'll save a lot of money on clothes.
Yeah, you can buy half the outfit, just the top part.
Save money.
Save. Savings to embrace remote work. And I'm going to have to get a permission slip from you to work from home. Let's get our number 1 tip.
Our number 1 tip is buying 1 cup of coffee per workday actually costs the average American $700 a year. That number 1 tip is perk your own and brew your own coffee at home. The average amount of money that you can save working remotely and brewing your own coffee, something that simple, versus buying it at a local coffee shop, will make a big difference.
All right. That's why I know Tony's rich. She always brings the home brew coffee.
Sure do.
So, Tish, speaking of home brew and coffee and beverages, Lunch and Learn. Is there a Lunch and Learn coming up?
There is a Lunch and Learn coming up, and it's actually this Thursday, May the 9th at 12 o'clock noon at the downtown Huntsville Library Auditorium. Join us. This is a free Lunch and Learn, and we have got the pleasure of having Karen Peterson from Wellstone as our guest speaker. It's Mental Health Month, and she's going to be talking about mental health tips for small business owners. Keeping you insane. No, keeping you sane.
I'm already insane.
Keeping you sane.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there are so many brand new businesses growing in Huntsville and businesses that are continuing to thrive in Huntsville. And if we want to keep it that way, how can they get in contact with you if they're thinking about starting a business or thinking about starting a nonprofit, or they're just looking for ways to grow their existing business? How can they get in contact with you?
Contact us by checking us out on the web at thetishteam.com, where we're building foundations of success one step at a time with grants, business consultancy, and careers.
Here's your time for the Alabama Black History Minute.
Today
with T.
we
Mill.
remember Adam Clayton Powell Sr., the pastor of the Abyssinian Baptist Church in Harlem, New York. Now, under his leadership, the church grew to have the largest Protestant congregation in the United States with over 10,000 members. And he was one of the founders of the National Urban League and the father of Adam Clayton Powell Jr., who followed him serving as pastor of the Abyssinian Baptist Church.
That's your Alabama Black History Minute with Tony and T. Mill in the morning. 94.1 WHRP.
Superman. 94.1 WHRP. They really should make a new Superman and let him just do the theme.
Superman for the old school ladies. Goes to all the senior citizen, complex organization.
Yeah.
That would be hot.
Lost my car keys. Superman. Ooh-wee.
Coming on his scooter.
I left a pot of tea on the stove, and I can't get back in the house. Ooh-wee. That's Superman.
That's the signal. Ooh-wee. He's on the way as soon as you hear that.
Yep.
Woo-wee. All right. Oh,
I'm going to be late to church this morning. Ooh-wee.
Oh, my goodness.
Superman. All right.
Mother's Day is Sunday. Don't be the last one to get those nice greeting cards. Boy, they are starting to clean the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You wait till the last minute if you want to.
You'll be stuck getting them cards at the front of the pharmacy.
I'm telling you. Nothing better than, a homemade card with the real words that you want to say to your mom. You can decorate. You can have a whole card making event with your family for mom.
Get some crayons, some colored pencils and paints. And yeah.
Okay.
Get your favorite pens,
So your mom is listening. She knows what she's getting those crayon cards. Again.
It looks like the same one I got last year.
Right. Right. Listen, you saw where this man who attacked Dave Chappelle, this was a couple of years ago in 2022. If you remember, Dave Chappelle was doing a comedy tour. He was in Hollywood, the Hollywood Bowl, and this guy somehow, some way, managed to, I think it was like a fake gun or something he had.
Yeah, like a makeshift gun.
But then he also had a knife. Yeah.
Yep.
And then he makes his way towards the stage and threatens Dave Chappelle. Well, Dave Chappelle's people jumped in and the security.
Man, because remember, this was kind of shortly after the whole heard around the world, and they weren't playing with this, people jumping on stage, attacking folks. So luckily Dave's team was able to get the guy and tackle him. Dave went on to do the show, made a couple jokes about it, and we thought it was settled after that. Well, now this guy is suing the security team that attacked him
in the Hollywood
for
Bowl.
jumping on stage.
Isaiah Lee, who says he was beaten, he also believes that security did nothing to stop Chappelle's entourage to come at him. No, they're there to, hey, let me say this. If y'all jump T-Mill and I'm nearby, after I get the video, I'm going to jump in and defend him.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
And there's no way he's going to win this case.
No.
Because it's on video of him jumping on stage and trying to attack Dave because he felt triggered by some jokes Dave was making.
It's California. You can sue for everything in California.
You can.
Oh, man. I almost sued my mama for burning my oatmeal one day.
Ooh.
You can sue anything in California.
Golly.
94.1 WHRP presents Night Flight 941 with Big Ann.
Good evening to each and every one of you.
Wrap up your day and kick off your evening with the Mix at 6.
It's Night Flight 941, kicking off the Mix at 6.
Night Flight 941. Check in to catch up on what you missed earlier in the day with the Ant Rant.
I couldn't make this up if I tried.
Then chill on Night Flight After Dark with Slow Jam. Weekdays from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's Night Flight 941.
With 94.1 WHRP, Tony with T-Mill in the morning with an interesting weekend. Folks were beefing. There was diss songs. Folks were fighting. There was basketball. There was all types of stuff.
It was like,
happening over the weekend.
I'm glad you brought up the basketball thing because there's a lot of conversation on how the Chicago Sky game wasn't being seen on television or not even on the WNBA Pass, but the Caitlin Clark Indiana game with Dallas was televised. Someone decided to record or do a live for the Chicago Sky. They got over 200,000 viewers.
Yeah.
And so that was a whole conversation. Like, what's up with this? They're saying that, the Indiana team has a lot of sponsorships, and that's why they're going to be seen more. Yeah, so we had that. Then we have, of course, the beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. We got that. Then we have Jim Jones.
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere in Florida at an airport. And I'm like, what?
Just minding his business, riding the escalator, and gets into an argument and with two other people that's on the escalator, and that turns into a full-blown fight.
I mean, the video don't lie. I saw Jim Jones throw someone down the escalator. I'm like, this is not what the Hollywood that I know.
No.
This is a whole different type of Hollywood.
Hollywood.
It is Hollywood. I mean, since January, all of these celebrities have been in fights or going at each other.
Yeah, and I guess, he claims he was, defending himself, and he's a little bit bloody in the face after this fight. He's
not like the other guy.
Yeah, the other one looks way worse.
That might be why I don't know. He says he's okay. He's, like he got to catch his breath. Everybody's like, you better be glad Chrissy wasn't there. It would have been on the pocket. But it's just bananas that a lot of our celebrities are in all of these different tiffs. It
doesn't make sense. Also, Vince Young got in a fight over the weekend.
Why?
NFL player, he was at a bar and knocked somebody out cold.
What?
Yeah. Well, he was knocked out.
Well, I saw the Tom Brady thing last night, the roast. They did a live on Netflix, and there was a lot of things that I can't repeat being said.
Oh,
but
go ahead.
But that was all in fun.
Yeah.
But was it?
Was it?
94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP. Tony with T-Mill in the morning. Listen, it is going to warm up. The raindrops are going to slow down, and we'll have some pockets of a little drizzle here and there throughout the day. Otherwise, it's going to feel quite pleasant.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, something else that's been happening over the weekend, and didn't see this coming, but Beyonce.
Really?
So her website, it's called BenCountry.com.
Oh, this is a new website.
Yeah.
Okay.
For her Beyonce album.
Okay.
And she's been putting little Easter eggs and little clues and little images and stuff for people to figure out. Well, now she put up a picture of a ticket stub.
Ooh.
That says Beyonce, The Carter Show, presented by Live Nation.
Oh, boy.
At the Toyota Center.
Oh, no.
And there's a stamp on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's also a date that says July 13th.
What year?
2013. But it's got sold out on it.
Interesting.
And they're wondering, is this like the tour announcement? Is she about to go on tour?
Oh, I'm really tired because the last tour, the one that I didn't go to.
How you tired from a tour you didn't go to?
Because there was so much coverage on it. I mean, every week there was stuff. And it just, after a while, whew.
Yeah, well, she ain't tired. She ready to go back on tour, it sounds like.
I think it's too soon. Listen, people's pocketbooks and bank accounts, they haven't recovered from the Renaissance tour.
They gonna find some money. If they gonna find money to do anything.
She like, I want your tax dollars.
Right. She gonna get that money.
I know you got your return.
And then one of her collaborators, The Dream, he's produced, and he has some songs on the Cowboy Carter Act 2. He reposted it.
Really?
So kind of like, but then he took it down.
I wonder if she's going to surprise us with the country singing ladies that helped her out on Blackbird. And,
I'm sure.
That would be really dope if she took them out on tour and the tour really was all about them.
That would be.
And then that she just came out and introduced them, like she hosted it.
Oh, they ain't going for that. They want to see her sing. She do that.
Okay, all right.
They could do that with an AI.
Right.
It's just a hologram.
Right.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you came out to see me.
You sound just like her. Oh, my.
You just got to smile really hard.
94.1 WHRP. We know you're feeling the vibe on 94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP. A lot of folks upset they didn't get to see the Usher and all the lovers and friends and folks over the weekend in Vegas, but they're saying Usher kind of skipped out to a club and just did a impromptu
He did something
special
anyway.
performance.
Hey, don't put me in this mess.
Hey, I like that.
I wonder why they canceled that concert. A lot of people spent money for hotels, flights, and things like that. How do you get reimbursed? See, that's the risk. And they always say, on those tickets there's always that little fine print, you take a big risk for
And they could have moved it to an indoor venue because it was outside and they said it was severe weather and the threat and all this.
It's that time of the year, folks. Stop putting outside events
I'm
together.
just saying.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Well, 2 founders are launching a Black-owned academy that's teaching entrepreneurs how to raise capital. It's an 8-week program designed to help entrepreneurs navigate the intricate world of raising capital successfully. And these guys have done it, and they're looking to help those that are interested in finance or investment banking or entrepreneurship. And this is something pretty cool as our high school students are getting ready to go to college, trying to make those decisions of, am I going to go to college or am I going to start a business? Because let's face it, teenagers are making a lot of money on YouTube or anime or their own businesses at home. And this is a different landscape that they're in. And now they have a lot more opportunities available, and these guys are going to help them out. And you can check it out on our Facebook page at 94.1 WHRP.
Well, say congratulations to UAH. They will be going through their ceremony in just a few in Huntsville over at the VBC. So a lot of people graduating today there. But, in colleges across the country, various ones have been protesting for the last couple of weeks. It's causing a lot of issues. The interesting thing about this protest is that you're finding that a lot of people that are participating in these tent encampments and things like that, they don't attend the schools. They're not even, it's a very small scale of people who are actually attending the school that are participating in the protests, against the Israel war in Gaza. So now they are having to postpone, push out, or even cancel graduations because of it. And it's kind of it's tough because, you think about all the years that people, put in, and finally that day comes.
It's their moment right now.
And this big unrest is interrupting those ceremonies.
All right. Well, motivation and inspiration is on the way. Tony with T-Mill in the morning on 94.1 WHRP.